Hello to all of my Cancers. All right, Cancers, this is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Cancers, we're going to get right into it. Hopefully everybody's having a great weekend so far. Cancers, we are steps away from the full moon in Pisces and a total lunar eclipse. Pisces rules 12th house, and that is uncovering secrets and also endings. Also, it's like closing out a cycle because it's the last sign in the zodiac wheel, right? So find out not only what your zodiac sign is in 4th house, because Cancer rules 4th house, right? But also find out what your zodiac sign is in your 12th house, right? Your 12th house. That's going to be really, really important for you to know. So that you can put an end to something, any kind of speculations about you, who you are. And because I can do so much on my channel by telling everybody the Cancers are sweethearts, but you're a sweetheart. But sometimes people take your kindness for weakness, the fact that you're a sweetheart, Cancers. And so I will keep trying to do my part. I know I'm not the representative for Cancers, but I speak very highly of all zodiac signs. But there is a duality in every zodiac sign. So I'm trying to help you all to learn how to protect your water, your emotions, right? Sacral chakra, right? Because the basic need for sacral chakra is variety. So people will keep trying to create things about you all to uncover, like flipping over bowls, to try to bring out a dark side of you all. So I'm striving on my channel to try to help you all to learn how to protect your water, men and women Cancers, so that you don't have to bring that dark side out. So you'll know you'll pick up on when to move on from a situation, not delay or not sabotage your own calling, your 10th house, not your vocation, right? But to call some things out, call it as it is. What I'm picking up on here is you all breaking the generational curse in your family of energies who nurture the wrong things, people who overstep boundaries, where the water spills over, right? So I'm going to help you all with something here. All right. Yeah, let's help you all with something, because certain things is when you know when it's time to cut some things off, you send out a very strong message when you speak on things, but also stop like talking to certain people, places, and things. This is a blood moon coming on the 7th, right? Certain energies you all are going to learn that you need to just stop talking to, because it sends out the wrong message when you still communicate with certain energies. It just sends out the wrong message, especially if you have a history of reconnecting with energies. Like, let's say for instance you're the type of Cancer that you let time go by. You think somehow forgiveness means forgetting. You don't need to forget. Sometimes you need to remember so that you can remember not to reattach, right? Water, like reattach and carry some kind of burdens on your back, right? All right, so the parts of the body that could be affected is for I believe the moon is in Aquarius. So your Achilles, like your legs, you're getting ready to walk away, like permanently, you're about to walk away, cut ties. I detach myself from anger and I replace it with compassion. Yeah, you're detaching yourself from some kind of anger and you're replacing it with some kind of compassion. You all have, what I'm picking up on is that some of you all have some family members who don't know, they overstep boundaries in the areas. And when I say sacral chakra, that's variety in the area of joy, in the area of creativity, adaptability, sensuality, fertility, emotional range, and sexuality, right? Water is reflective. And so some of your loved ones have been trying to copy you since day one, right? And so literally copy you. Ace of Cups in terms of love, right? So everything you do, they want your type of relationship, right? So take only what resonates with you. Have already cleared the energy, cleared the space, right? Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. Just leave the rest, right? I'm talking to men and women, right? Because men overstep boundaries like women do. This is a feminine planet. A feminine sign. You're the mother and money sign of the zodiac. Money is a form of energy, right? It's a form of energy. So you're detaching from the emotion of anger, right? Because it's actually pretty sad when people don't know who they are and they got to copy literally everything you do. This is a family member. You have one family member, a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, who wants to be you in every way. And they have crossed a boundary. They have crossed a boundary. This could mean that not your current person, they have crossed the boundary. Either they have slept with, done something unethical with maybe someone from your past. They just have this, like I said, copycat energy. They don't see anything wrong with this. Something is definitely out of balance. Something that you would never do. Something that you would never do. Like, there's usually there's a boundary there, like girl code, guy code, like men I don't know. I'm not a man, so I think men call it like brother code or bro code, whatever. Men call it like, oh no, I've never, hit on my friend's girlfriend or wife or something like that. And women could say, no, I know her. No, basically reject somebody. But this is a family member who, and you're breaking some kind of generational cycle chain and curse within your own family where people just kind of overstep boundaries, right? Yeah, you're having a total recall of something. Total recall of something, right? You're breaking, and it's causing an upheaval. I'm telling you. Yeah, 10 of Cups here. Yeah, it's shattering something. It is shattering something. I'm telling y'all, a family member overstepped a boundary in a relationship. Overstepped a boundary in a relationship. And now they're upset because they have been exposed, and now they're mad at you and somebody else. It could be you and a spouse, you and a partner, if you're in a relationship with somebody. Now they're mad and they're trying to bring a tower down on you because they have been exposed, right? So this would be the type of a family member. Like we got like almost 9 billion people out here. Why in the world would a family member hit on someone's spouse, their love interest, their like yuck? Bare minimum yuck. Like for real. What would make somebody be interested in your family member? Anyway, here we have the 7 of Swords here. Somebody feels like you talked about them behind their backs and they are out for blood, right? And so trying to expose something. Let them just let the whole tower fall on them. Let the whole tower fall on them. Yeah. Because you're not going back. You said what you said. If you said something. See, here's the thing. This is what this is right here, right? Somebody may have recorded you talking to someone, right? A Libra may have recorded you talking to someone, right? And something about their energy, they could be somehow connected to a circle of energies, right? They could be connected to a circle, right? A group of people, right? May have recorded you. So that would have been like you entering into a space and the intention was to record one thing, but they got something else, right? They got the sweetheart you, right? Because you were just in sweetheart energy, right? So they was like, oh shoot. Like basically somebody got the true clear you, Cancer. Like basically somebody was like, somebody heard you, let me say in lay terms, it's like you gained a supporter. Actually, whoever you are, you actually gained a supporter because one, you didn't realize you may have been being recorded, right? By this energy, because somebody was on some low down stuff. See this person right here? This was a Libra. Somebody was on some low down stuff, recording something you were talking about, right? And so now you're not going back to something because now you know. So wherever you went, you know, you're not going back. Because one, you initially went somewhere to talk about creating something, right? But this group of energies, they come together to do things like emotive telepathy, right? So they want to tap into emotions. When they want to find out things, they'll send out messages via telepathy, right? And so now the group is all sitting around along with this energy. This is a family member of yours that you may have had a divine connection with early on. And I'm gonna tell y'all this, there's a secret in this tower here, because the tower would be like complete, like a house. Like you may have grown up with this person, maybe it's a cousin. If you're an only child, like a lot of times people, if you're an only child, a lot of times cousins would be like siblings, right? Or if you have younger aunts and uncles, they would be like siblings, right? Because some people come from really, really big families, and your younger aunts and uncles would be like considered as probably like around your age range, you know, in some families, right? They could be like siblings. But what was taken back to this circle here, looking at your cards, was shocking to the group. So imagine this is a scenario here. You go into a space because you're a very creative energy. First of all, remember you go into your shell, right? So your safe space is at home, Cancers, right? So you're like, okay, you're coming out of your shell and you're going to have a conversation, because this is 7 and you're going out right here, right? So 7 would be like, you already have a complete like idea of something that you want to talk about, right? But somebody is already there within a circle, right? So this card came out first. So somebody is already within a circle, like somebody is already in the know that you are headed. So they already on some low vibrational stuff, right? But here you come high vibrational. Here you come high vibrational. You're not lost. You're not confused. You don't plan on going back to, you know, a circle or whatever, or maybe a community or whatever, right? You're not going back on what you said. You're not going back on whatever, right? And this energy, whoever this Libra is, Libras are cardinal signs, like Cancers are, like Aries are, like Capricorns are. Cardinal signs are initiators, right? Are initiators. So somebody, this right here, this 10 of Cups here, would be like mirroring your energy. So somebody around the table, you know, created something like, we're going to put these two energies here, right? We're going to position these two energies here, like these two people would be sitting here. So if you walk into some kind of an establishment, it could be a restaurant or whatever, we're going to position these energies here. You're talking to someone. People are like, oh, this person, Cancer, talks about people behind their backs, whoever you are. But what you said, whatever you said, Cancer, was your absolute experience about a family member. Your absolute experience about possibly 2 family members, right? Yeah, so this is when I tell you, people are now putting their emotions to the side. Whoever this Libra is, you just gained somebody's respect, because now they're thinking this person is high vibrational. They put their emotions to the side because they made a connection. They're like, okay, wait a minute. They made a connection. They are not going back to this because they boiling hot mad at this point, right? They're like, okay, they're not going back. They made a connection. They made a connection. Personally, you know, I'm channeling messages right now, but personally, I couldn't think of one person. If I knew somebody was in a relationship with somebody, first of all, before you even date somebody, you kind of want to know who's related. You know, you want to make sure, okay, somebody don't have kids out here. Y'all could be related for real. The way people be out here, you know, having several families, right? But I couldn't think of one person that Ew. I mean, y'all know what I'm saying? Just gross. Anyway, so here we have the Five of Pentacles here. Why would somebody want to be with somebody else's? Because what I'm picking up on, I'm going to go back here. Okay, so two things here. First of all, a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people are not like that. They don't want somebody else's significant other, because that's just gross all unto itself. Like, okay, why would... Okay. So somebody had the wrong idea about you. Okay, sitting around this table, somebody had the wrong idea about you. So it was a lie that was told about you first and foremost, because somebody is trying to mirror your energy, your sweetheart energy, right? But something has been happening since childhood. This is a family member. This could be a cousin. This could be that's brother, sister, whoever. And somebody got in a circle by mirroring your energy, right? Two people got in a circle by mirroring your energy. These are two family members who got in a circle by mirroring your energy. These are two copycats, right? And their kids got in a circle by mirroring your energy, right? But one is a main culprit. It's a Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio by mirroring your energy, right? But a tower is falling down on them, because now people are like, wait a minute. I knew something was up. This Libra right here, air sign, was like, I knew something wasn't right. So whether they're Libra sun or Libra moon, this Libra had this energy's back, whether they're Libra sun or Libra moon. So check your 7th house. Check your 7th house, because air energy connects us with love and connection. Somebody started making a connection. Somebody was just like, you know what? You know, like something was like, you know, somebody has a particular air about them, right? A particular air about them. So something about your energy, it's almost like people who sound alike, people who dress alike, people who are from the same geographical area, you know, that kind of stuff. You know, you start saying, okay, I'm making a connection here where they kind of look like so-and-so, or they sound like so-and-so. Where they say they from again? You know, like people are talking like, okay, where's this person from again? They're not going back. Somebody is now saying they too high vibrational. They don't even want to be connected to a particular circle, because they're saying this energy, they now know something that this energy did to somebody's kids or children, because this copycat energy. So that's why you're detaching yourself from anger and you're replacing something with compassion, because it's this main energy here that's been copying you, whoever you Cancer is, man or woman, since you were a child, dragged somebody else into a mess, right, to try to bring a tower down onto you. And if they couldn't get to you because you closed the door airtight, that's why I always tell my Cancers, go into your vault door and close it airtight. Nothing living could continue without any air. You know, something closed off airtight. This Libra right here, Libras are very fair-minded. They sit in the middle of the zodiac sign. They're scales of justice, scales of balance, right? And so somebody was like, you know, just being very fair-minded and saying, wait a minute, making some kind of connection like, oh my God, somebody's never going back. There it is, jackpot. Jackpot. The generational curse that somebody broke was all this overflowing, like people being copycats in your family, to a point where somebody was copying your sweetheart energy to a point where they felt like, okay, you got a nice man or you got a nice woman in your life, a relationship or whatever, and they want to take that from you, or you got a nice calling on your life, they want to copy your calling on your life and they want to take that from you. No sir and no ma'am. Okay, you were called to do what you were called to do. They can't steal that from you. They can't take your calling. So don't you dare, Cancer, back down from your calling. You were called to do something. Somebody is a light high priestess. You've already gone through enough hell and high water, whoever you are, Cancers, to not operate in dark, low vibrational energy. This energy right here, whoever this energy is, has done everything to steal your entire life. Cut them off. I can't say that any clearer. Cut them off. What are y'all waiting for? Is somebody waiting to catch them in bed with your person? Are you waiting for them to? I mean, just because of my calling, I can go all the way down to the basement floor and what I see in my vision, and then come back up to a higher frequency. I don't need to take it down lower frequency. Somebody has been like this because somebody has a parent, or maybe parents, that don't see any problems with overstepping boundaries in the family. You know what I'm saying? Overstepping boundaries, flirting with aunts and uncles, flirting with cousins, you know, inappropriate touching with adults. I'm not talking about children, I'm talking about adults. You know, hey, hugging somebody a little bit too tight, you know, kissing a little bit too close to the cheek, too close to the lips. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, just doing the most. You know, flirting and doing the most, you know, so you're breaking some. That's what I'm saying. You being a hermit, you coming out of your crab shell, right? Somebody did to make somebody feel horrible. And so this Libra is actually fighting for you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because somebody just be overstepping boundaries. They don't see anything wrong with just this something spilling over. Like, it's all love, it's all family, we all family, you know, so on and so on and so forth. So emotionally, you hit the jackpot, whoever this person is, because they baited somebody. They not only baited you into something, they baited somebody else into something, right? And so now people are talking. This energy is so overwhelmed right now. They're going through nightmares. They're having nightmares. I'm telling you, Cancer, whoever this family member is, and they are a blood relative, you need to cut them off. Everything that's connected to them. You can forgive people, but I'm telling y'all, because you are the mother and the money sign of the zodiac, that and the way that you all are ruled by the moon, and it'll wax and wane, whether you're sun or moon in Cancer, it waxes and wanes. So your mood can change from day to day, and to complete a 29.5 day cycle, right? And it's not by month, it's a cycle, right? So you can have two, you know, whatever, new cycles within a month. So it's not by month, it's by cycle, right? These energies are going through a freaking nightmare because the intention first, they talked about you behind your back. Y'all need to start opening up your mouth. You need to start saying, basically, this family member has always been like this. This is, when you were younger, you may have let some stuff slide, but now you pulling out the sword. Cut them off. Okay? Stop playing yourselves. Cut them off. If they're a man or woman, it doesn't matter. Cut them off. Somebody has overstepped a boundary, and something has just gone too far at this point. It's just gone too far. Something has gone too far. A whole tower is coming down on at least 9 family members because something has just gone way too far. You've gone through too many nightmares. Here's the 6 of Wands here. That is why family members have been trying to get between. This energy has been trying to make you, you know, telling everybody else that you smoke in mirrors, because they've been studying you for the longest time while some kind of anger has been building up. It's like fire shut up in their bones. They see you on stage, they see you getting spotlight, they want the spotlight. Source is saying, put an end to it. Put an end to it. They overstepped the boundary. So they're about to pay for it. So give me some more information, Source. They are about to pay for it because they got on a center stage and talked about you. They got on a center stage and talked about you. And so what you said is the truth. You can stand firm on what you said. Somebody has overstepped the boundary, meaning that somebody has done something. They've been doing something since their youth. This is a family member. What I'm picking up on, here we have the Empress card. Somebody could be pregnant, or somebody could have gotten pregnant. This Libra picked up on something. I'm telling y'all, an air sign. They sit there, they're ruled by Venus, the goddess of love, pleasure, art, music, and aesthetics. And See, when I'm picking up on his judgment, yeah, somebody about to bring judgment down on somebody. So I don't know how this Libra fits into a situation, but this is what I'm seeing here. So y'all are hermits, right? And so y'all are in your shell, right? So you got some good news coming across your path, by the way. But something happened amongst this group, like this family member that you don't mess with anymore. Somehow this family member or family members messed around with somebody else's significant other. And see, somebody projected some kind of image onto you, Cancers, that is not true. That you a person that would sleep around or mess around. Or somebody was trying to end you, like basically in your vocation, in your career, right? So this person being somewhere, these two energies being somewhere, was just like there to just kind of sort of listen, like what, you know, like basically as accountability, like what how did you hear this and how did you hear that, like, you know, basically two against one, right? What did you hear, so and so and so and so forth, right? But you put an end to something. You put an end to something just by standing on the truth, standing flat foot and on the truth. Here we had the 10 of Pentacles here, because that has been a part of a legacy. That's almost like that's what people know your family to be for. If y'all know what I'm saying, like people know your family, like, oh, they from such and such family. Oh, they you can't trust your man or your woman around them. Their family is like so and so, but that's not who you are, whoever you are, right? So yeah, you're part of a whole new circle. You're part of a whole new circle. Because, and remember, being the first person to do anything, whether you're the first engineer, first doctor, first attorney, first whatever, there's always going to be some kind of speculation. Oh, they from that family, they knew money, they knew this, knew that. There's always going to be some, we don't know if we can trust this energy because you're new water, right? You're new to a circle of people. People don't really know how to take you. But you won. You won. That's the cycle you broke. You won. Could you, I mean, for real, just thinking about it, for real. Source, wherever Cancer lies, whether it's your sun or moon sign, it doesn't really matter, but you uncovered a secret. You uncovered a secret. It's either like somebody's mom or dad, or mom and dad are like that. They just kind of, stuff just spill over. They just, okay, let's just keep it all in the family. Okay, somebody got a nice looking sister or brother, you know, people flirting with stuff. You came in like with a sledgehammer and bust something wide open. Because people really had that reputation about you, is that you would, you know, you'll cross a line. You don't care, right? You will cross a line. And these energies put that stuff out there about you, and that's not who you are at all, right? That is not how you are. Here you are in your shell, minding your business, and people feel like, oh, we can just use Cancer. We'll just talk about Cancer. No, sir, and no, ma'am. That's how we're going to end Cancer. We will copy their sweetheart energy, right? They'll never know. They stay in the house all the time. They'll never know. So Source had to pull you out of something. Like Source had to pull you out of the house and have a conversation around some energies who sits around a table. So that's the generational cycle chain and curse you broke during this blood moon. That's the cycle chain and curse that you broke during this blood moon, right? So a blood moon in Pisces for Cancer, that's a total lunar eclipse, resonates strongly with you all because you both are water signs. The energy is highly emotional, intuitive, and cleansing. And for you, it highlights expansion, beliefs, and your connection to a higher sense of purpose, right? So in the area of broadening your horizons, this eclipse shines a light on your ninth house of wisdom, spirituality, travel, higher learning. Y'all got to remember something. To have a reputation of overstepping a boundary in relationships, when you're dealing with toxic feminine energy. I was about to do the movie, what was the name of the movie? I could see the actors in the movie. I'm gonna look up the name of the movie because I don't like not remembering the name of the movie, because then people will be like, well, what's the name of the movie? What's the name of the movie? Hold on for a second. I'm gonna get the name of the movie. Eve's Bayou, right? The scene where the father, Samuel L. Jackson's character, walks into he was already sitting there, but the other actor came in there and said, he caught him with his wife. The doctor caught the Samuel L. Jackson with his wife, and he told his wife to get up and come on out. And where it was already predicted that to Samuel L. Jackson's wife in the movie, that within 3 years that her life was going to change, and she couldn't figure out why. She's scared, nervous, kept the poor babies in the house for the whole summer thinking something was going to happen to the kids. I mean, she was just, but that's how predictions work. It's not because, so anyway, somebody was hoping that you would be ended, like a whole group of people would bring a tower down on you, because wherever you go, you would have that reputation. You would have that reputation of just like overstepping boundaries, right? You would overstep a boundary this way, this way, this way, this way. So that's how a group was trying to put you in. But here you are, a hermit, right? You're not, very respectful, very kind to people. And so this energy just knew that they had taken you up out of here. Nah, because you're not that person. You're not that person. Somebody was basically talking about you overstep boundaries in the straight community, the gay community, with people's kids. They was flipping over all kinds of bowls. Let's throw this out there and see if it sticks. Let's throw that out there, see if it sticks. Let's throw this out there, let's see if it sticks. Let's throw this out there, let's see if it sticks. And none of it was sticking. Trying to end your North Node, just straight up jealous. This water sign right here, whoever this energy is in your family, got this from an Aries, okay? Make no mistake about it. Somebody in your family who is an Aries, again, low vibrational. We're not talking about high vibrational Aries, okay? There's a big, big difference here. Somebody got this from an Aries who is very impulsive. Somebody who is very, very impulsive. And they put that energy out there, and you came through with a sword, because these energies, you've had their backs. It may have taken you a while to figure some things out, because you're in the shell a lot, you're in your home a lot. But whoever these energies are, they got you real messed up. But you already won. You won. You're part of a whole new circle. The whole tower is coming down on these energies for what they did. Yeah, 10 of Swords. And whoever you are and whatever you must have said, you're not taking one word back. Not one word. I keep trying to tell people, lead. They was hoping for a complete and total ending for you behind closed doors, that you would never want to come out the house. Like you would literally have your groceries delivered to your house. Like you would just wither away somewhere and die. Like you would be flirting with everybody's. They put so much horrible stuff out there. When I tell you lawsuit, lawsuit city. Here we have pray and meditate. Yeah, because they did something to somebody that, yeah, like I said, heal people move differently. You versus you. These energies saw you as competition. These are three energies that saw you as competition. It started out with a very impulsive energy and passed it. They drank this poison, passed down to two more energies. Did something to this Five of Pentacles here, who is a Taurus sun or Taurus moon, because I say moon because usually with the Five of Pentacles you have snow in the background, which is a form of water, or rain, which usually is kind of icy. Just like these three have ice running through their veins, right? You have the gift of deja vu. This is remembering the future. You already knew how the story was going to end. Yeah, you have the gift of clairaudience. Yeah, because you hear stuff, right? And this is what you and this Libra have in common. Y'all have the gift of clairaudience. Y'all hear stuff. Y'all like, wait a minute. Something sounds similar. Like y'all make the connection through hearing things. Like, wait a minute, hold on. Somebody apologizes for hurting you. Yeah, you're following your heart. It's heart chakra, right? Your ancestors are proud of you. Yeah, people, somebody in your family looking for love in all the wrong places. This is like literally be a loved one who is, you know, they don't care. When they're hurting and things are, you know, this would be like just like the character in the movie, Eve's Bayou, the wife. You know, she mad because her husband, he out working. So she goes to another woman's husband. Like, who wants somebody else's husband? That's yucky, right? Who wants somebody else's wife? Ugh. Like, for real. Not just because they made a vow. We're talking about transference of spirits, right? Even if somebody dating somebody else. There's like no code whatsoever. Overstepping a boundary altogether. Just overstepping a boundary altogether. And so somebody did something to you in the spiritual sense, right? Somebody could have set you up. Somebody could have done something to you that it creates some kind of an illusion that you're just that type of a person, right? And spreads something all around for people to believe that that is who you are, right? Right? Because that's what's in them. Some man told a woman that she was a whore, right? Told her that she was a whore. No matter how much time he went out here and slept around. It's not you though. Not you. It's somebody else in your family. This is an older person, whatever, in your family. Told her that she was, you know, that she had to be sanctified and holy and set apart while he went out here and did the most in the streets. And something was passed down to some other people in your family. And like I said, if you're an only child, this could have been passed down to your cousin and their siblings or whoever the case may be. Or if it's your siblings, whoever was passed down. And somebody was copying every little thing that you were doing. So you're doing the mirror work to see, you know who you are, right? So dance around your home as if no one is watching. But that's nasty. Yeah, somebody has a very lustful spirit. And they were trying to project that onto you. That's why some of y'all, you know, like when people do love readings and stuff like that, people are like, oh, finally somebody, y'all don't know what kind of energies people are. That's why you want to pray ahead of time. Source to expose everything about some energies, who they connected to, all of that. The angel of prophecy of wisdom is with you. It's time for you to start dating again for somebody. I don't know who you are, but make room for a new blessing, you know, in your life. But yeah, somebody's a succubus. But that's the energy that's been passed down because some man put that spell on somebody that they could go around here. And this is not man bashing, okay? So there's some good men out here that's out here. They one person people. Y'all know what I'm saying? But it's time for you to expand your brand, whatever it is, right? So one yes from God is all that you need. And somebody feel they're stealing your identity. And you're not taking back one word you said. Somebody has been doing this for a long time in your family. This could, like I said, this could be somebody's cousin, this could be somebody's sibling, this could be whoever it is, man or woman, it don't really matter. But yeah, they've been doing this. Been doing this mess. And you put it into something. You put it into all speculation whatsoever. And so, and for you, whoever you are, whether you're a man or woman, somebody who got something started, the people that jumped on a bandwagon, as far as you're concerned, are the ones that you rejected, the ones with the egos, the ones that bought into some kind of lie about you. This is pretty common for a lot of people. Some people bought into a lie about you. So yeah, we talking about soul companions coming your way, yours and somebody else's way. Yeah, they bought into some kind of lie. They didn't want to be rejected, so they jumped on a bandwagon. So this would be equivalent to, y'all remember the movie Soul Food, where everything came to a head at the dinner table, right? When one of the relatives was like, oh, somebody been sleeping with some of the cousin has been sleeping with somebody, man, all this craziness, right? And just snapped, you know, at the table, right? Whoever this impulsive energy is, they like all of that drama, all that chaos and confusion. But again, for you all to protect your water, stop talking to them altogether. Some people are just straight up toxic. They don't care, but they spill over into, 716. Yeah, important connections are building. Your angels want you to make new mutually supportive bonds. The people you meet are special to your journey. Welcome them into your heart space. Think of someone in your life you've connected with recently. Send this person a message or reach out to talk face to face. See how you can build your connection. Yeah, 716. So that's 7 and 7, right? So you and somebody are closing out something and you're speaking. This is throat chakra right here. You're speaking your truth. You're like, I don't want to be connected to that mess. This would be like, I'm telling y'all, this would be a woman with this that Jezebel spirit all over her, and even a man like they had that, or even being with a man that's been like, well, I guess this is, I'm so desperate that she chose me that I'm just going to sit here and just let her just treat me any old kind of way. Because you got some men that's like that too. They just, okay, well, just drink themselves into oblivion. But Source is saying to you, as far as you're concerned, somebody failed at stealing your identity. Somebody failed at stealing your identity. So it's time to cut them off. You're cutting off some blood relatives. Yeah, temptation. Yeah, so there's a Capricorn in your family that's shining a light on all of this. Something in your energy is like shining a light on all of it, on all of their demons, all of it. So adjust your crown. Adjust your crown. Some of y'all are worried about your friends being like that instead of focus on your own family members being like that. Because you're looking within your family and see some of them people in your family who don't have no problems flirting with your significant other. You thinking, okay, I'm gonna be a sweetheart, I'm gonna invite everybody over, and they bring that spirit into your house, and they winking at your significant other, laughing a little bit too hard at their jokes, just doing the most, like taking stuff to another extreme. So it's like you need to show them the door, because the first thing they want to say is that you're insecure, but you're not insecure. You're very secure, right? And some of these people, men and women, don't catch on to it until late after the, oh my God, I didn't know, and we just had a little bit too much to drink and such and such and such and such, because this energy, like I said, is this particular type of a spirit. There's a particular type of a spirit. You're not insecure at all. You're very secure in who you are. Remember, you're the money and mother sign of the zodiac, okay? Insecure about what? Yeah, third eye chakra cleanse. Somebody's eyes got open real fast. Real fast. Because you're not playing. They were delusional, not you. You know who you are. You snapped them right out of it because you said you will cut ties with anything, anybody. You instantly go through a rebirth. Because their rebirth, they're connected to a low vibrational Scorpio. Whoever this energy is, somebody's connected to a low vibrational Scorpio. Somebody's like, oh, you can go get another friend. We can go, get another, you can go get another. They're thinking that you'll be a person that you'll end your calling, whatever you were called to do, and you'll go get another calling. No, God called you to do whatever God called, to a higher purpose, source. The creator called you to do what you were called to do. Somebody thinking, okay, they'll just leave, whoever behind. No, you standing firm. You're standing firm. And so now people are starting to wake up and starting to see it's not you, Cancer, that has the issue. It's this energy copying every little thing that you do. Right? Intuition. Yeah. So each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating and to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so they've been exposed. They have been exposed. They've been exposed not only in their own family, but they now have been exposed with somebody who is very fair-minded, who is not related to you, that's now taking it back to a whole nother group of circle of friends. Like, nah, y'all got it all mixed up and wrong. Like, this energy this entity has been within our circle the whole time. Has been within our circle the whole time. Just contaminating everybody. And some of these energies have just been so quiet, like mum's the word. I ain't gonna say nothing, you gonna say it, and that person just been passed around the whole circle. We not gonna say anything, you're not gonna say anything. You know, we all keeping it a secret. But see, something about your high priestess energy picked up on something. You were just like, everybody mad, you're mad. People, this person mad, this person is mad, and now you're saying something was going on the outside of the circle. Well, has anybody considered this energy? While this five of Pentacles here is feeling worthless because people are being cold towards them. This is somebody's child. Somebody's being cold towards them, and everybody's sitting in a circle with these energies sitting around knowing what they have done. But when you start speaking up, Cancers, that's why I keep trying to tell y'all, start speaking up. Start speaking up. Y'all sometimes y'all so much of a sweetheart that people are like, oh, you know, they're not saying anything, so something must be true. You know, you can't trust the quiet ones. I bet you won't be quiet no more. I bet you won't be. Here we have the Two of Cups here. Not when you know for sure. We're not talking about speculation. When you know for sure. When you know for certain. Okay? Because it's happened to you directly. When you know for sure. We're not talking about gossiping. We're talking about something has happened to you directly. Because who in their right mind wants somebody else's spouse? And some of these people out here, their ego bigger than the state of size of Texas, right? And as soon as you like, nah, you gonna tell their spouse that they hit on you or whatever, they want to run around and spread a rumor. Okay, go ahead and spread a rumor. I'm gonna still tell your spouse. So yeah, these energies out here. Well, we got images, we got this and that. So now a lot of people are now explaining themselves. No. I'm talking about you, Cancer. What else? Anything else about this energy? Anything else about this energy? So now this energy has shown themselves to be an open enemy to the circle. It's shown themselves to be an open enemy to your circle. Now they hot. Child, they fish grease, hot fish grease mad. Whoever this energy is. Yeah, because they created something. Here we have Three of Wands here. So now they're saying you're talking about them behind their backs. They're doing all this blah, blah, blah. Nah, here we have the Three of Wands here. You're expanding. Because a lot of people can relate to that. A lot of people can relate to that. You let people into your inner circle, and what they do, they come in and they start, you know, and to a point, to some of you all have even gone to a zombified state. Almost like, well, you know, two can play that game when you hurt and the emotions are deep, and water is reflective. And so at some point, somebody get boiling hot mad. That fire with that water right there, boiling hot mad at some point. So you're going to end up saying something. You're going to end up saying something. But guess what? It's going to come out the truth. You're going to say something, because the deeper it is, you're going to bring out the ugly truth about something. Oh, this person did this, they did that, they've been doing this and such. It's going to come out. Yeah. Somebody's expecting for you to just keep on just going through a powerful transformation. 3 strikes, they out. 3 strikes, they are out. So it's 3 of them. They have overstepped a boundary. 3 of them have overstepped the boundary. And so, nah, everybody on blast. And you don't need to call their name, but everybody on blast. Because too many people have the same thing in common. It went right within a family, causing all kinds of nightmares. So people now starting to tell the truth. They're like, oh, hold on. I'm telling y'all, Cancers, people are starting to tell the truth about you. They're starting to say, well, what about Cancer? It's like, nah, I was lying about Cancer. I just sat there. I ain't say anything because what? You ain't say all this time. You knew all of this stuff and you never say anything. Cancer didn't do such and such and such. You just sitting there like, Pop, what's wrong with you? So here you are in the house minding your business, totally oblivious to the stuff that was being said about you. But hey, no, you put it on full blast. Somebody has that spirit of like just causing nightmares. They feel like somebody like, okay, well, I can't go outside and step over a boundary, so I'm gonna cause nightmares within the family. This would literally be like the a man or woman within a family sleeping with everybody's spouse within the family on both sides of the family. Don't care who, just crossing all kinds of lines, just doing the absolute most. And somebody had to eventually say, okay, enough is enough. They don't even want to be associated with that. And so this group decides to cause you a nightmare until you started opening up your mouth and speaking up. So yeah, you detaching yourself from anger because something spilled over to someone you thought they were going to at least, show some level of compassion to, and it's the same old. That's why you're detaching yourself from anger and you're replacing it with compassion, because somebody that you love to do something very hurtful to you because of their temptation. When you see the devil card connects us with obsession, lust. Somebody must have a incubus or succubus spirit, and somebody calls somebody to do something very harmful to you because of some people call it like a monkey on their back or whatever, but because of their lustful spirit, right? That's something that they may have inherited, and they did something very harmful to you. Like I said, you can forgive people, but like I said, you're detaching yourself when you just pray for them, but detach. You're detaching, completely detaching. Because they left this energy out in the cold. After they got what they needed to get from this energy, they left them right out in the cold. Yeah, left them right out in the cold. Because you exposed everybody. Whoever it is here, you exposed everybody. So in your family, you exposed them. So yeah, detach yourself from that mess. You broke a generational cycle, chain, and curse. There's no need for you to go back. You're headed towards your soul companion. So your angels want you to know to make new mutually supportive bonds. The people you meet are special to your journey. Welcome them into your space, to your heart space. So think of someone in your life that you've connected with recently. So send this person a message or reach out to talk face to face. See how you can build on your connection. Yeah, that's what I have for you all. Continue, prayer warriors, to keep praying to source for clarity, so that when you are entering into, because when you come out of your shell, you want to make sure that source is sending you into the right communities, right? People who are going to be compassionate towards you, not people who are angry and projecting their anger onto you. That's what I have for you. Bye.